Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. So I recorded a video last week and posted it about becoming a teacher, and that video specifically was interviewing and the time after the interview. And so I will update you on that as soon as I find something out, and that will be vlog number 2. But today is more of just like a little background about what I've been doing, because I am not a traditional teacher, if you will. I graduated with a bachelor's in family and consumer sciences. I did know before I graduated that I wanted to be a teacher, but I was literally about to graduate with that 4-year degree. And so there really wasn't much point in changing my major at that time. And I was advised that I should go back to school and earn a master's in teaching. So a Master of Arts in Teaching. And so that's what I did. I went back to school after I earned my bachelor's, and I earned the master's, which gave me my licensure to teach. So I am a fully licensed teacher, but this happened in 2016. And so, yes, almost 10 years later, I am looking for my first teaching position at a school district. And so that's what this video is kind of about, is just what have I been doing for the almost last 10 years. And so we'll back up to that point. So I graduated in the fall, so fall 2016. And of course, that's kind of a tricky time to find a position teaching. I did not find anything hiring for that remainder semester of the year. And so I substitute taught and enjoyed doing that. And I would say that I did that part-time. I was doing it 3 days a week, and I was staying home with my youngest son, who was, I believe, 3 years old at the time. I was staying at home with him 2 days a week. I've always kind of gave myself the role as stay-at-home mom, and then I went to school to earn my degrees, and then I substitute taught while staying at home. So I've always kind of had like a part-time job, but mostly just staying at home with my kids, and that's what I wanted to do. And so the next school year, so 2017 to 2018, I tried to look for a full-time position for that school year, and I was unsuccessful. I applied to at least 2 different school districts and did not even get called for an interview. And so it was very discouraging. I had to make a decision what I wanted to do. Did I want to put my youngest son in preschool and substitute teach full-time? Did I want to do it part-time again, or just stay home with him? And so at that point, I decided I would continue to be a stay-at-home mom, and I don't think I substituted at all that school year. And so now we are pregnant. It's the end of 2017, and I'm pregnant with my 3rd son. And again, I'm waiting till that next year, so in the spring, to look for a position. And I believe I did apply for several districts at that point. I gave birth to my 3rd son, whom was a surprise baby. I gave birth to him in June of 2018, and I had decided at that point that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom until all of my kids were school-aged and in school, and then I would go to teaching. So that's exactly what I did. By the time he got to be 4 years old and I decided I wanted to put him in preschool, I then did not go to teaching right away. I had let my license expire, which I don't ever recommend doing. I always recommend keeping licenses up to date, but it had expired. I wasn't sure if I was going to actively search for a position, and so basically just decided not to. And I worked as a real estate agent for the past, so now we're kind of getting up to date now. So for the past 3 years, I have been working part-time as a realtor and still being a full-time mom. And then I have also substitute taught for the last 2 years in two different, well, one district and a private school. And so I'm trying to paint a clearer picture here. So this is now 2022 is when I got my real estate license in May. And I knew I wasn't going to teach that school year. And my youngest son was in preschool. We decided to send him to preschool so that I could focus a little bit more on real estate. And so we did that, and my real estate career never really just picked up like I anticipated, but it was still something I enjoyed and did part-time. And so I substitute taught the school year of 2023 and still wasn't quite sure if I wanted to get into a classroom 2024. And so I decided I would keep on with the real estate and keep on substitute teaching. And so the school year we're currently in and finishing up, 2024 to 2025, I have been subbing and just falling in love with teaching all over again. And so I decided the end of 2023 that I would look for a full-time position teaching. And so the end of 2023, I'm getting dates mixed up. The end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025, I worked on getting my license renewed, working on professional development, and then March comes along, and that's when I really hit the ground running, searching for a job. And so I have applied to, let me count, 3 different districts now. I've interviewed with one, and I touched base about that in my last video. But so I am fully anticipating finding a job. I'm very excited and very happy with this decision and feel like it's solid, a solid decision. Oh, I'm gonna have to be I was hoping I didn't have to edit this. It's been a while since I have talked to a camera on YouTube. But anyways, that's where we are. And so I just wanted to kind of give that background. It was always a desire for me to stay home with the kids. And now looking back, if I would have found a job, I wouldn't have done that. And so I'm very thankful and grateful that we were able to live off my husband's income, which allowed me to stay home with the kids. And of course, I did have some part-time work that I did here and there, but I hope this kind of paints a clearer picture. I'm so sorry about the acoustics. I know they're not probably going to sound the best. So again, I'll work on getting a place I can record that sounds better for these vlogs, but I guess also I'll be kind of vlogging everywhere. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit of my background story, and I hope you'll be staying along for the ride. I hope to give you vlogs with good news about me finding a job and accepting a position and seeing the classroom and just kind of going through my first year of teaching. And so I think it's going to be exciting, and I wanted to bring you guys along. So hit that bell notification button. I do not have a set schedule, so that will be how you'll know a video comes out. But I do want to try to do these regularly, maybe once a week. And hopefully we'll have some news for you in the next video. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.